Have you ever felt like your CRM was working against you rather than for you? Many growth-minded leaders reach a point where the standard tools just don't cut it anymore. You have your contacts, your companies, and your deals. But what happens when your business sells something that doesn't fit into those neat little boxes? Maybe you manage medical equipment leases, or perhaps you oversee a complex roster of student applications. If you found yourself creating endless custom properties just to describe one thing, you've likely felt that friction. This is precisely where HubSpot custom objects come into play. They allow you to stop forcing your unique business model into a generic mold. Instead, you can build a CRM that actually mirrors how you work. In this guide, we will explore how to use these tools to create a seamless RevOps engine. We will look at why data structures matter, see real-world examples of objects in action, and help you decide whether it's time to level up your portal. The architecture of growth. What are HubSpot custom objects? Before we dive into the why, let's clarify the what. In the world of HubSpot, an object is a type of data category. By default, every HubSpot user has access to standard objects. These are the building blocks we all know. Contacts, individual people, companies, the organizations that people work for, deals, the revenue opportunities, tickets, post-sale support requests. These work for about 80% of businesses, but the other 20% have specialized needs. A HubSpot custom object is a brand new category that you define yourself. It has its own properties, its own association rules, and its own spot in your primary navigation bar. Think of it like building a house. Standard objects are the kitchen, living room, and bedroom. They are essential. But if you are a professional musician, you might need a soundproof recording studio. You could try to record music in the bedroom, but it won't be efficient. A custom object is that purpose-built studio. It stores specific data that doesn't belong anywhere else, keeping your CRM organized and searchable. Why your business might feel cluttered. Why do companies start looking for custom solutions? Usually it's because their data is getting too messy to navigate or contain. When you try to track complex data using only standard objects, you often end up with property bloat. Imagine a real estate firm. They have a contact, the buyer, and a deal, the purchase. But where do they put the specific data for the house itself? If they put the year built or square footage on the deal record, that data disappears once the deal closes. If they put it on the contact record, what happens when that same person buys a second house? The data gets overwritten or becomes a mess of Property 1 and Property 2 fields. This lack of organization has a real cost. According to a study by Gartner, poor data quality is responsible for an average of $12.9 million in annual losses for organizations. When data is buried in notes or hidden in irrelevant fields, your team spends more time digging for info and less time closing deals. Real-world examples. Seeing custom objects in action. To understand the power of HubSpot custom objects, it helps to see them in practice. Let's look at how different industries use them to streamline their RevOps. 1. Higher education, the application object. For a university, a contact is a student, but a single student might apply for 3 different programs over 2 years. The old way. Trying to track 3 different application dates, essay links, and interview scores all on one contact record. It's a nightmare for automation. The custom object way. Create an applications object. Each application is its own record associated with the student. You can see at a glance that Jane Doe has 1 accepted application for biology and 1 withdrawn application for chemistry. 2. SaaS and subscription tech, the license object. If you sell software, you likely deal with multiple licenses or instances per company. The old way, using a deal to represent a sale. But what happens after the sale? How do you track which version of the software they are on, or when their specific API key expires? The custom object way. A licenses object allows you to track the health, usage, and expiration of every individual seat you sell. This makes your customer success team much more proactive. 3. Professional events. The session object. If your business runs large-scale workshops or webinars, you need more than just a marketing list. The old way, using custom properties to check off which events someone attended. The custom object way, an events object lets you store the date, speaker, and location. You can then associate multiple contacts with that specific event. This makes reporting on revenue per event incredibly simple. The signs you are ready for an upgrade. How do you know if you are ready for this step? It isn't just about having a complex business, it's about your growth trajectory. Here are 4 questions to ask your team. Is your data one-to-many? Do you have one contact who needs to be linked to 5 different things that aren't deals or companies? Are your workflows getting too complex? If your automation looks like a giant spider web because you're trying to sort through 500 custom properties, you need a new object. Is your reporting inaccurate? If you can't easily pull a report on your top-selling property types or most popular course tracks without exporting to Excel, your CRM structure is failing you. Are your reps complaining? If your sales team spends 10 minutes looking for a piece of info that should be front and center, you have a usability problem. Effective RevOps is about removing friction. As we've mentioned before, disorganized and improperly categorized data is often the reason why leads fade away. By using custom objects, you clear the path for your sales team to act quickly and accurately. Strategic advantages: reporting, automation, and beyond. When you implement HubSpot custom objects, you aren't just cleaning up your sidebar. You are unlocking a massive amount of functionality that was previously hidden. Enhanced reporting power: HubSpot's custom report builder thrives on clear object relationships. When you have a dedicated object for equipment, for example, you can build a dashboard that shows total value of equipment currently under lease, average maintenance cost per equipment type, geographic distribution of your assets. This level of insight is nearly impossible when that data is just a text field on a company record. Automation that actually works. Custom objects can trigger workflows just like any other data point. You can set up an automation that says, when a membership object is 30 days from expiration, send a renewal email and create a task for the account manager. This ensures nothing slips through the cracks, which is the heartbeat of a solid RevOps strategy, aligning with playbooks. HubSpot playbooks are incredible tools for guiding your sales team through discovery calls or onboarding. When you use custom objects, you can pull those specific data points directly into your playbook. This means your reps don't have to jump between tabs to find out what specific product instance a customer is calling about. The info is right there in their script. Avoiding the pitfalls. Don't DIY without a plan. While the power of custom objects is tempting, it comes with responsibility. It is easy to over-engineer your CRM. If you create 10 different custom objects, you might find that your team is more confused than ever. One significant risk is technical debt. This happens when you build a complex system today that becomes impossible to manage tomorrow. This is why many businesses avoid the DIY route for high-level implementations. As experts have pointed out, the hidden risks of a DIY HubSpot setup include broken integrations and data silos that take months to fix. Best practices for implementation. Map it out first. Use a whiteboard or a tool like Lucidchart to draw your entity relationship diagram. How does the new object talk to your contacts? Keep it simple. If you can achieve your goal with a standard object or a better property structure, do that first. Custom objects should be the solution for when standard options truly fail. Think about the user. Your sales reps are the ones who have to use this every day. If the new object adds 5 minutes to their data entry, they won't use it. Check your subscription. Remember, HubSpot custom objects are an enterprise tier feature. Ensure your license supports your goals before you start the technical build. Is it time to build? Ultimately, your CRM should be a reflection of your unique value proposition. If you provide a multi-layered, complex service, your software needs to be just as flexible. By embracing custom objects, you move away from being a user of a CRM and start becoming an architect of your growth. You gain the ability to see your data clearly, automate your most repetitive tasks, and provide your team with the insights they need to succeed. Building a custom schema isn't just a technical project, it's a strategic one. It requires a deep understanding of your customer journey and your internal operations. It's about asking, what data do we need to win, and where does it live? How we can help. Navigating the complexities of RevOps and CRM architecture can be daunting. You don't have to do it alone. At Aspiration Marketing, we specialize in helping businesses transform their HubSpot portals into high-performance engines. Whether you are struggling with dirty data, looking to implement your first HubSpot custom objects, or need a full RevOps audit, our team is here to provide the expert guidance you need. We believe that your technology should empower your people, not hold them back. By aligning your business model with a customized HubSpot environment, you create a scalable foundation for long-term success. Ready to stop fighting your CRM and start growing? Let's talk about how to tailor HubSpot to your specific needs.